Welcome, everybody. We have got our fourth best of three of the day. It is the ESEA Clan League, and this is going to be possibly the deciding series, possibly the one that leads into an ace match. We're spawning directly on top of MYi.Sony, the teal Zerg in the top left. If he is able to win this series, it will be the end of this clan war. If his opponent from Underrated Gaming, Mr.Ender, the blue Terran in the bottom right, ends up winning this series, we get to go into an ace match. So we have got quite the situation for you guys to go ahead and enjoy. Right now, it is going to be so cool to see what these players are going to be doing. And I believe this is actually our first series without a Protoss in it? Right?
No, I definitely, I definitely think, yeah. I mean, we haven't. You think we had Slush?
Yeah, it was PVZ, ZV. We had ZVP with Bunny. We had Slush PVT and a PVT. Two PVTs and a ZVP. So now we have a TVZ. Alright, so this is going to be really cool to see. We've got a brand new matchup for the day, and it looks like the voting is so far going actually into favor of Sony. UR.Ender seems to be the underdog based on what is probably just 3 votes, but let's get more people watching, guys. I know we've got a bunch of people watching live, so don't be shy. Cast your vote. Get your voice heard, or at the very least seen in terms of a few numbers and decimal points, but that is what is a great way to just have fun, and it's always good just to have that little kind of friendly interaction with you guys, so please go ahead and do that. If you're also interested in the replays, they will all be released at zanderfever.tv, so go ahead and grab those also after the clan where they will be posted, as well as a small little write-up. I'll point out probably like the best 1 or 2 games, the best series of the day. But it'll be a nice little friendly thing for you guys to go ahead and enjoy. It looks like Sony's not going to be able to get into the main base to see if there's gas or not. And the thing is, that's a really important thing for TBZ. You really need to be able to see if there's a gas or not, so you know it's going to be a gasless expand, or it's going to be a reactor to Hellion play, which is very, very standard, very, very common. But we get to a very different dynamic based on those starting openers from the Zerg point of view.
Yep, definitely. Keep casting for a second. I'm just taking care of, because we have the second one coming up here pretty soon.
Alright, so now we are going to be seeing that, yeah.
What you do?
I didn't do anything, but we just got a little bit of a spoiler being sent to me on the stream, unfortunately. So that's kind of annoying for you guys, but still, we do see the bunkers being thrown down and everything. But we are going to have the Marines going to go ahead and get... Oh my god. Well, anyway, so we're going to have the bunker getting shut down over here. Their spawn call's going to be able to finish. This bunker is going to get forced to cancel. Sony actually ends up losing a little bit of timing with the mining by using drones to those links to finish off that bunker kind of necessarily. But the reactor to Hellion will be coming into play momentarily once those Hellions can get started. But the command center was begun before the Hellions.
Yep, definitely. And, I really do, Ender is GM. He was top 50 last year, or last season. So let's see what he chooses to do.
The good thing for Ender is the fact that he did go for the command center before building the Hellions, and that's a little touch that I really, really like. You're not going to get that much of an advantage when you go for the Hellions before the command center, because you're not going to be delaying a third that most likely will not be coming out before the 8-minute mark anyway, so why delay that command center by that couple hundred minerals when you could get it faster and have the exact same map presence as those Hellions with 30 seconds later?
No, he's definitely... He's definitely doing the Hellion, and it's actually become pretty common for it. And with the, I'd say, small choke, that Hellion push is going to really kind of get nullified. All he's going to be able to do is stop creep spread,
And that's the beautiful thing about this build. It doesn't need to do damage. You already have your command center up and everything. You're getting your next set attack and all that. You can go ahead and control if Lynx try and move out too quickly. You can punish that by just killing them. And you've got a really solid presence. Plus, you deny scouting. You can easily follow it up with something really cheesy and effective. For example, a big Marauder Hellion all in. And it can keep Zerg very much in the dark. We're watching the Queens pushing out. That's going to help them get the creep out. Look at Sony trying to be a sneaky, get the creep to him on the bottom. Look at that nice cancellation timing. Very, very nice little bit of efficiency there.
Nope, definitely. I mean, you got to cancel it. You know that and as well as I do. If you don't, well, that's another bunch of energy wasted. But look at all the queens out there, sir.
Yeah, this is a beautiful thing. Actually, you know what? It's not as beautiful as it could be, because I like 4 queen openers more than 3 queen openers. The extra 3rd queen is great because you can go ahead and plop down with creep tumors, you have energy for transfuse, but the great thing about the 4 queen openers, you get a lot of safety in the face of possible Banshee openers, or Banshee follow-ups. You get that nice anti-air, the ability to transfuse, you can still spread creep, you lose a queen, it's not a big deal. You've got a whole bunch of larvae you can spawn anyway, but it looks like we're having Sony go for double Evo chambers, so he'll be able to get down a lot of upgrades and lead into a very strong, just ground-based army with this very standard opener.
Now the double evos are great, but sadly, I mean, look at the position they're in. A good drop could actually pick them off very easily.
That is true, and not only that, siege tanks on the low ground too. Any kind of elevator play will actually be made stronger by these Evo chambers as well, because you can use them as part of your wall to prevent those links from getting a big surround, and this is honestly the most common spot on this map to do an elevator attack as a Terran.
No, definitely, I would love to see the other... I like the placement of the macro hatch, though, if you notice.
Yep.
It kind of completes a wall.
It does. It helps a lot in the face of the Hellion run bys that could be taking place. And with this wall open, we could see a 3rd being taken right now quite easily once these Hellions are dealt with. Those links are going to be very, very active. Notice how so many are out. We're going to see a big attack. The lair has completed though, so we could see some kind of infestor play or something come out next, but there's no lair tech actually being used yet. Alright, we're having a little bit of attack in the middle of the map too. We're having the Lynx pushing out, and they're getting roasted by those Hellions. The Marines are actually doing a great bit of damage and tanking at the exact same time. But with stim out and everything, where medevacs are going to be able to heal that damage up right away. The wall is already in play, though there actually might be a hole in the middle of it. Will those Lynx run through it? Yes, they will. Oh, that's a little unfortunate. So we actually have a little bit of an opener from the damage, but there are enough Marines there that maybe 2 or 3 SUVs will get taken out, but not that many.
No, there's not enough Lings to be a pain.
Okay, only 1 was actually taken out.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's not enough Lings, because there's, you know, plenty of Marines at home and whatnot, but it's the Banelings you have to worry about being morphed in.
Yeah, we actually had a little bit of elevator play in the top, getting shut down surprisingly well, considering especially the Evo chamber placement. A few Banelings did get wasted, but they're going to go ahead and start moving forward, and this is actually one of my favorite colors for those Banelings, as they do waddle ever so nicely.
Waddly Banelings. Gotta love them.
They're neon and bright. Look at them just run around. They're so cute. They're so cute. Alright, but actually seeing that these Lings are going to want to kill off these guys in the medevac, but that will not be taking place. What I do want to see, though, is the Marine getting dropped on those Banelings to waste them in a non-productive manner, but it looks like that will not be taking place. We could see a stim. Hellions actually go ahead and start working on chasing them down. And that's actually being very effective. Why waste Marines to kill Banelings when you just kill the Banelings for free?
Exactly. That's what I always say.
Yeah. And the 3rd base is looking to be a little bit laid out for Sony, unfortunately. Yeah. Alright, and right now, Ender is in a very nice angle attack. Notice how he's positioning himself in an area where he's going to have a made choke through this destructible rocks that have not been taken down by MYi.Sony, looking to be a very nice vulnerable spot that he could definitely abuse. He already has a few tanks, but his siege mode is not quite done yet. It will be finishing momentarily, though.
Oh, siege is just finishing, dude. And really, I mean, that's where it's going to become super deadly. Because you're looking at Ling Banling right now, and Aspire just finishing. And I know you listen to a lot of pros talk, and pros are saying, against Terran, I don't know if you'd want to go Spire because of just, the pure counter you can have.
Yeah, but speaking of counters, we have a big counter attack with the Flings going down to the bottom. They could easily hit this third. It is morphing into a PF, but no, they're going to go straight into the natural that has its hole in the wall fixed. But we can see the Baneling's going for a big bust right now. That's going to cause a base trade to happen. Ender right now is attacking into that top right base, and he is looking like he's going to be in a great spot. These Lings aren't hitting the third base. They don't know it's even up. The third base has been shut down for the Zerg, and Ender is doing a nice bit of damage to Sony as all those Lynx Banelings are being retreated.
But, sadly,